Yo, what's going on, family? Before we start today's class, I want to go over what we have coming up. Okay. I am doing a live event where I'm going to be teaching you live. I'm going to be teaching you live in person because there's some stuff that I only want to teach mouth to ear. Y'all know that, right? I don't want to put certain things on the internet because I don't want people stealing my stuff. And I want things to continue to work, right? So we're going to be doing a 2 day live event, right? You can come in and watch this video. I put the link below. But that being said, we're going to be doing this live event. Tickets right now are on sale because I'm going to do a 48-hour sale. It's 48 hours only for my VIP. And this is going to get you an extra day with me, spend some time, the pick my brain sessions. That's what we're going to be able to do, right? I'm going to be getting you all some really good stuff. So, anybody who's been looking to tap in with me, definitely make sure you make it to Phoenix on October 12th through the 15th. Okay. So, that being said, once again, if you want to get the VIP, make sure you get it now. Okay. Because in 48 hours, I will take it back to the normal price. Okay. That being said, as well, the reason why we're doing this is because we're getting a head count because I only have like 30 tickets of these that I can sell. Because of the event space that I'm getting for us for the VIPs is gonna be dope. So, but I can only get like 30 people in there. So I'm making sure we get that head count so that I can tell the people, hey, this is how many people coming. We need some, deals on hotel rooms, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we got. So hopefully I can see most of you all there. Once again, we're going to be in the Phoenix area. The actual event, like where it's going to be, will be announced shortly. Like I said, I'm still negotiating with some people because I want to make sure I get y'all the best deal for hotels and things like that. But right now, if you're gonna, book this ticket and you want to say, "Hey, I'm trying to book my travel and stuff," just get to Phoenix. That's it. Get to Phoenix, and in about 72 hours, I'll know for sure where the event space is going to be, and then I'll tell you, okay, book your rooms here. All right. So that being said, can't wait to see a lot of you all there. I know a lot of y'all are coming. And from there, enjoy the STB market.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? It's your man Tasteware here once again with an STB Market Watch. Now, today we're gonna have some really good stuff because the portfolio is still growing. And on Money Mondays, we look through the public portfolio, right? The public account. We got to check it out, see if it's growing, see what's going on. Are we beating the market? Are we losing to the market? Should we just get into an ETF? What's going on with it, right? Of course, you know how we get it. I'm gonna make sure we do it right. I'm gonna make sure you understand what it is I'm doing before we get into it, because what I'm gonna show today, it's gonna make sense to a lot of people based on what I've been telling y'all, who I am, where I come from, how I get down. It's gonna make a lot of sense when you see today's portfolio update. Now, for those of you who are new, and just for those of you who've been watching over and over again, you've heard me say, hey, I got my start in penny stocks. And what that means is we don't need, it's easy for you to go to Apple. Oh, just buy Apple, just buy Netflix, just buy Nvidia. These are companies, Tesla. These are companies that are really big companies, lots of money. They're super profitable. So yeah, if you just buy them, yeah, they're probably just going to go up. It's a lot easier just to say, yeah, they're going to go up. But the little crappy penny stocks, that's $1, 70 cents, $2. They're not making any money. They're probably close to going bankrupt. Like, how do you trade those? You have to be good with technical analysis. And see, this is why, this is where I really challenge any of like the gurus, especially if they say they do technical analysis. If you are truly a guru with technical analysis, you know what you're doing, like really, really, you say you're supposed to be a teacher, then you can trade any stock, whether it's going bankrupt or not. We can trade it up and down. So today, I'm going to be showing you the portfolio and showing you what the money we've made over the last week. And you're going to see that, yeah, the biggest money I made was on a penny stock because that's what I do. I know how to trade crappy companies. That's just what I've been doing since the beginning of time. right? Since I've been doing this, over 11 years ago, I started with penny stocks. And that's what makes me good at, I had to be good at actually charting because I can't rely on the balance sheet. I can't rely on the health of the company because it's probably going bankrupt, right? So, with all of that being said, let's dive into today's market watch. Let's see what we got going on, and let's see where we're sitting as far as the overall market. What do I think the market's going? Let's check it out. All right, family. So real quick, just looking at the portfolio, you know what's up. I'm gonna blank out my number because I don't want anybody seeing it. We're down right now, 6,400. It's 18% drawdown on the overall account. But we got the account up. It's doing its thing. Here are our current positions. Right, you'll see I got my biggest position in a short against the QQQ. So actually, that's not my biggest position. This is my biggest position, and there's a reason. People gonna call me crazy for putting this much money over here, but you just come talk to me in about a year or two. Once again, this is what I do, right? I see nice upside for this, so definitely holding on to that one. I actually exited this one last week, make some really good profit on it, and then I re-entered, and we're right back up. I see some further move up, but I wanted to capture that profit. So that being said, this is what we're sitting in right now for this week. Once again, um, today is actually July 31st. It's a little late, so you know me. We're gonna get to it. So that being said, this is what we got going on. Um, I think right now I'm going to be, and I'll show you why in a minute, but I'm going to be um, more on the short side for probably the next week or so. Maybe the short side. Maybe take some. I'm not gonna take a lot of positions off. That are long. I'll just hold and maybe average in as this makes money. But I'm seeing something. So we'll go over it in a minute. So let's break it down. Now, before we continue, here's my individual brokerage account. It's gonna be the purple line. I just like to show you all, what we're doing in relation to the other markets. Right now, I'm up 54%, and none of the other indexes are even close. As you see, I mean, we're killing the market on our way to 60%, excuse me. And I'll just be honest with you. I think when my plays that I'm expecting to really pop, that I'm holding a little bit longer, when they actually pop, because my price targets are already set in. So when my price targets hit on some of the stuff that I'm waiting on, you're gonna see this like shoot through the roof. And I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I can't say 10x it as far as like be up 10x of this, the highest point, but I might get up by like 400%. And while the S&P is doing 42, I might be up 400. I'll just say we'll wait and see. But um, right now we're killing the market anyway. So as we, move up, move up, move up, and like I said, I'm looking to short the market right now because I mean, hey, it looks like it's time. So as these start to pull back, 42%, 38%, as they start pulling back, this will continue to go up. So I just want to show you all, how I get down. And ultimately just show you, one of my things too is just to like make people. I've always had this saying where it's like I'm going to make people regret not trusting in me, not working with me, not, joining me, right? So literally I just like to show the results, and it's like, dang, I could have been doing that if I just joined and like followed Tate. Yeah, you could have been doing this, and this is over 3 years, right? And majority of the time, as you see, we are above the overall market, right? I mean, especially we were killing it, right? And keep in mind, like, I just for real, I just started trading. This is really like something of me just holding stock and just kind of like, knowing what to hold. But now from May, which is back right in here, maybe, yeah, March into May. So right into May, this is when I actually started trading it and making these market watch videos. So May 23 is when we started trading. As you see, we just ticked up really nicely. So my goal is to beat my all-time high percentage of being up on the account. back in, what was that, 22. So that was September 2022. Back in September 2022, we had our highest point was about 60%, right? So my goal now is to get us above 60% and really like take out that high. So I'm about to kill that performance. All right. So once again, we'll keep watching the 3-year performance and just, watching how this thing grows and seeing where we are here. So let's continue. So as we look at this, once again, I wanted to kind of like give you just like a little heads up on what I was trading over the last week and how much we made. So just over 1 week, so Monday to Monday, 24th to Monday today, we're up 1,300 on the week. 1,300 on a week. That would put us at that's roughly what, 5% on the account. That's not bad. I mean, you got a $31,000 account, and I mean, yeah, you're up 1,300%. That's pretty good. 4% in a week on the shares account. Keep in mind, if I was trading options, I can do even more. But this is just shares. I'm just trying to focus on shares. So as I get new people to come in, you can see you don't have to risk your money and lose your money. You can come over and trade shares and you can still make good money, right? You still make good money. Now, the average person is not gonna have 31,000. So yeah, you might not make 1,300 in a week, but I'll show you the overall size of the account and show you how you could just, exponentially grow. Because what I like to tell people is no matter what, it's all percentage based. So whatever percentages I'm making in the market, that's what you can expect with any size account based on what I'm doing. Right. So yeah, so STKH, that's stakeholders, company, we made some money from that. It's a small penny stock. We bought in at like 77 cents and I sold it at like $1.10, something like that. So that was a nice move there. Had really good amount of shares on that. Had 4,000 shares on it. Made a little money on Google. And this is what I was trying to tell everybody. Like, literally, Google's $100-something stock. It's like 130, 120 when I bought it. It's $120 stock. So for me to come over and buy, let's just even say if I bought 40 shares, 40 shares was going to cost me, like, look, look at my total cost. I'm trying to show y'all something, right? And this is, when people are like, you're calling Nvidia and you're calling all-time highs on the S&P 500 and da 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 da. Where's your trades for that? You don't make as much money with that based on the money you have to put at risk. So look at this. I put 2,500 at risk, right? So even if I went to 3,000, which I put at risk on this one, if I went 3,000 and 3,000, maybe with the move we had, maybe I could have made, let's just say $200, which it wouldn't have been that. But if I put 3,000 here, I would have made $200, right? I put 3,000 here, I made 1,200. Like it's no comparison. So to be able to come over here and trade penny stocks, and that's why I've always been a fan of penny stocks, and why I still have some, because I know how to trade them. I know how to chart, and I know where they, a lot of times I know where they can go. So my money just does better over here with penny stocks. That's why, you might hear me call out Nvidia, because that's what people are looking at. Oh, Nvidia is running. I said, okay, this is where Nvidia is going. Oh, Microsoft looks good. This is where Microsoft is going. Oh, the S&P 500. What about it? This is where the S&P 500 is going. And then people, some of my critics, they'll go, well, where, if you called it out, where are your trades for that? Well, my money doesn't do as well over there as I could with a fucking penny stock. So I'm going to the penny stock because I can make more money, right? I can get more bang for my buck, as you see, because I can get a penny stock to move 100% in a couple of weeks. It's hard to get. You're not going to get Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft. None of them are going to move 100%. Not in a couple of weeks. It might take you 10 years to get 100%. To get Amazon from $100 to $200, that's going to take a year plus, right? To get Nvidia from $200 to $400, yeah, it took a year plus, right? But for me to get STK, stakeholder, for me to get STKH from 70 cents to $1.40, Didn't take too long. Didn't take too long, right? And I didn't take it to $1.40. It didn't double the money, but I'm just saying, like, it got up, almost, 50, 50%. And yeah, I mean that's solid. So once again, I like penny stocks for that reason, right? I am a technical trader. That's it. So it don't matter what I trade. I just need to go where the best opportunity is. Okay. So what does that put us up for the overall year? Because that was just last week. So we made last week. So overall year, we should be up pretty nicely. Let's check it out. So for the overall year, we're up $10,539.11. We're looking good. We're looking good so far. All of our trades for the most part have been green. I've taken a few losses, but not anything big. Like it's like $50 loss here and there. But for the most part, losses have been minimized. Our wins have been amazing. So yeah, we're sitting pretty here so far. Like I said, $10,000 on I remember I started off with about 25K. So start off with 25K and now we're up 10,000. That is almost what? That's like 40%. 40% up year to date. Which is probably even a little bit more because I mean I showed you the percentage. So technically we're up 54%. But I've been taking some money out too. So that's why it's not reflecting there. But anyway, we're doing good. We're doing our thing. So this is just kind of the update for what we got going on. Let's dive into some charts. Let's see what we got going on, and see where do I think things are going. Now, before we dive into the charts, I want to let you know, something that I watch. I watch like sunspot activity. I also watch, the moon, things like that. We had this happen over the last day, day or two. So 24 to 72 hours. This is an M1 to M4 solar flare. And that's not the best way I can say it because I don't like to teach too much craziness on YouTube because people will think I'm crazy. But this definitely affects the market, right? And usually when we get this high on our sunspot activity, it can cause some bearish activity in the preceding week. So that being said, let's dive into the charts and let's see where we could potentially go down to if we're going to go down. So right now, I have a sell zone in here. We got sellers as high as here, as low as here. And actually probably even be as low as here, but we'll go right in this area. Um, we're at a very pivotal point, right? Anybody trying to get into the market with calls, or if you're just buying shares right here in this area, you don't have much room for like profit. Like your risk to reward is horrible. It's horrible. If you literally tried to get in, right here, and you think you're gonna take it from 45.77 to 46.33, your risk to reward is horrible because you'll get in here and this thing can fall back to somewhere down here. That's what I'm seeing right now. So for me personally, I will not be looking. I mean, maybe short term, but I'm not looking to get into any calls, not on this, right? So once again, we're in a seller zone. We got sellers in here. Um, I personally just, I see it needing to fall. We need to pull back some. Will we though? Like I said, I'm overall bullish for the next, year or two. But right now, I do think we need to cool off. This is a sell zone, and I'm going to take you like maybe more into like the daily chart so we can see. But yeah, I don't know about that. I think just looking at that one thing, um, it can give us a little headache. I could see that happening. So let's see on the daily chart. We have here, here. Yeah, I mean the sellers are not as bad on the daily chart. Um, those sellers were taken out. You have, I mean, it's not as bad on the daily chart. So, that sell zone is really just on the. Let me see if it's monthly too. It's really just on the weekly. But let's see if we have some sellers showing their face on the monthly. Yeah, I mean, you got some sellers. Look, Market got up, sold off. Market got up, sold off. Market got up, sold off really hard. So for me, I see sellers in this zone even on the monthly chart. So that being said, what can happen once again, um, this is a gap. If we're just looking at monthly chart stuff, this is a gap right in here, right? Some people call it exhaustion, not exhaustion gap. Um, some people will call that I call it field goal gap. Some people call it, I forgot the name of it now. Just as soon as I was getting ready to say it. But anyway, I call it a field goal gap. Jay calls it, if anybody knows Jay calls it the ABC gaps. Michael has his way of calling them fair value gaps. Depending on who you learn from. But anyway, this is a gap. What we know is that gaps hold support. So what could happen is this here. We can close out this month, next month can start out, and then we can just head to test this gap, right? And also test these to show that they're buyers and not sellers, right? So that absolutely can happen. That's probably what's going to happen. We'll see. But I think we'll hit here potentially, and then we out of there. Like, and it'll probably do something like this. Boom, 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 boom. That's pretty much what I see coming. I don't know if it'll take us into September 2025, but this is a monthly chart anyway. So yeah, I definitely see maybe a potential pullback, test that gap, and then we can move out of there. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. This is a monthly chart, so that's a little bit more of a macro view. Let's look into the micro. Let's see. My micro view, looking at wave patterns, seeing what wave we could potentially be in. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so what this looks like, if you're asking me for the hour chart, it looks like we had our wave 1, wave 2. I mean, it looks like actually all of this could have been wave 3. Because that would have been wave 1 of 3, 2 of 3, maybe in here. So 2 of 3 somewhere in here, and then 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3. I don't even know if that was wave 4, but wave 4, let's just say it was wave 4, wave 5, right? So what we could be looking at right now is a potential A wave down, B wave up, C wave down, right? So we'll see. And that C wave could potentially even come back into here, or here, but I don't think it's gonna get too much lower than. So we'll see. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe it'll even stretch out kind of like that. And then from there, I'm just gonna expect us to start making a move back up. Because like I said, I'm bullish over the next year or two. So if you did not make it to the class to understand why I'm bullish, you definitely need to do that, right? You definitely go. I would suggest checking that out. Okay, definitely checking that out. So that being said, this is where I see us going. I mentioned, sunspots, having their little, their little activity over the weekend. I am seeing a move down for multiple reasons. So for me, I'll be watching because even though we got to move down, something can still today, especially on Mondays. Mondays usually give us a bullish move to start it out. So we'll see how this thing works out. So we'll probably go a little bit bullish today on Monday, and then the rest of the week it should leak. But we'll see. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's great class. This is just kind of what I wanted to go over. I think once again, as we continue to do more and more and get better and better as y'all study, I want to see y'all's portfolio. You don't have to do a public portfolio, but I want to see your portfolio growing. I want to hear from you. Is it helpful? Are you growing? Comment below. Okay. If you're new, of course, subscribe. And don't forget to share my shit. Y'all know how we do. All right. So love you all. If you're going to be coming to the live event, I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you there. I got plenty of stuff to, talk about. So, hey, hopefully I get to see you there.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.